All right. This happened last time. Yeah, 2 weeks. The last stream, my internet disconnected for like a minute, and then unfortunately, YouTube automatically ends the stream, which kind of sucks. Okay, so this is gonna be part 2 again. Hopefully my connection stays stable. It's so weird. I've never had an issue like that before. Oh, it's horrible because it ruins the whole flow. It ruins the whole flow of the live stream because we were talking about we're talking about Portland, right? Dang. I'm gonna have to change the first. Is he gonna make 2 files? Hey, Forrest. Sorry, I got disconnected. Man, it's so that's frustrating. Because YouTube like it doesn't wait. Like it just said like disconnecting, and it's like if you don't reconnect soon, then it's gonna like end the stream. So, man, we had like a good conversation and flow going on too. It just like kills the whole thing. Now I don't know, like, how do I ugh. Man, it's so annoying because this happened last time and during the last one. Okay, I'm gonna have to rename that other one to part 1, and then we'll make this part 2. I'll, let me rename this. Oh yeah, we didn't really talk about the Kindle, but whatever, that's fine. See, now I can't even see all the window with all my stats is all messed up. Man, that sucks. Okay, we'll give it a minute. Maybe see if some people come back. Oh. Thanks for coming back, dude. Yeah, man. It sucks because my internet went out for like a minute, but then YouTube it wouldn't give me an option to wait or to hold the stream, and it just gave me this like pop up, and it's like the stream is gonna end, and I was like no, because now I'm gonna have to break it up in part 2, right? And it's annoying because I don't know if it's gonna send out another notification, but anyways, what were we talking about? Talking about astrology. Oh yeah, astrology, Portland, all that stuff. If they do, I hope they are a Virgo, Leo, or Scorpio. Hey, I'm a Scorpio, I think. Wait, am I? I think so, right? Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. See, I don't even know. Okay, what? I'm pretty sure I'm Scorpio. How do you Scorpio is October 23rd to November 22nd. Yeah, that's me. I'm a Scorpio. No, Batiste, it was me. It was me. My internet crapped out for like a minute, and then everything went to hell. YouTube freaked out. Thought it was my Wi-Fi, but apparently Canadian internet is worse than the French. You know what? Canadian internet isn't it's not the best. There's like a horrible monopoly here. There's like barely any options for internet providers here. It really sucks. I think I pay like $90 a month for internet. Oh, I'm a Pisces. Y'all still got AOL dial-up speed. Dude, I I was old enough to remember like the AOL dial-up days. Like when we first got internet, it was like it wasn't even 56K. It was 28K modem dial-up, and it made that like that weird noise. And then like whenever you would go on the internet, it would use up your phone. Like I don't know how it worked, but it ran through your phone line, and if someone was on the internet in your house, no one could use the phone to make a call. And then if someone phoned your house while you were on the internet, it would disconnect you. It was it was the worst. But I remember when I first got on the internet, it was amazing. It was such a cool experience, you know, to be old enough to kind of understand sort of what was going on. But at the same time, like I used to love playing computer games, right? And then I'd always be playing computer games online with my friends or whatever. And then like my parents would be yelling at me from upstairs. They'd be like, Derek, get off the internet. I'm waiting for a phone call, or I'm trying to use the phone call, or trying to use the phone. And then when they would pick up the phone, there'd be like this horrible static noise. It was the worst. It was the worst ever. But those days were great. You know, there was so much fun. It was so funny. And we kind of like take everything for granted now, right? Like we're connected 24/7. I got like high speed, unlimited internet all the time. You know, my internet goes down, then our cell phones have, you know, I guess like satellite or 4G or whatever it is. I don't even know what it's called. But like you're basically always connected, right? We definitely take it for granted. But I remember all those old dial-up slow internet days. Oh, it was so bad. And then you would try to download like a song, like a 4 megabyte MP3 of like some music track, and then you would have like 3 or 4 of them downloading, and then you would go to sleep, and it would take like the whole night for them to finish downloading because the download speed was so slow. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Those days are hilarious. No, that's why I'm so happy to be alive, like during this age and this era of technological advancement. Because like if I was born in like the 40s or something, you know, and I'm living in like 1960, and I gotta be like, I don't know, like a car salesman or a tailor. Like I don't know, like you don't even have computers and stuff back then, right? Like I'd have to do like some type of, I guess you have cameras, so maybe I'd be into photography, but man, I just love technology so much. Oh, dude, Napster and LimeWire. Yeah, I remember those. That's hilarious. Napster and LimeWire. Yeah, those were the good old days. Napster was like the original. That was like the first peer-to-peer downloading service. I remember that. And then like it got banned because it was like illegal, right? Was it illegal? I remember it got shut down, and then LimeWire came out eventually. And then, but stuff really blew off when we had BitTorrent. Torrents? How do you say that word? Torrents? Turrets? No, it's not turrets. There's an O. Torrents. BitTorrents? I don't know how to say that word. My dad would use... Oh, yeah, I remember because... Oh, wow, that's hilarious. I haven't seen that word or that software in forever. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that, man. Oh, that's so funny. That shows my age. You know what? I'm gonna be that dude. Like when I'm a grandpa and I'm like super old and gray, I'm gonna be like talking about how, oh, in my day we had dial-up internet and then we couldn't use the phone and you guys don't know. Like that's what my generation is gonna be like when we're older. We're gonna talk about how bad the digital age was for us, and when we saw like the original Nintendo, we saw the original internet and Apple products and the first smartphone and all this stuff. So funny. A lot of years ago, my father tried to download a copy of Call of Duty 2. It took a week to download, and it was only the demo. Bro, it took a week to download, and all you got was the demo. You know what's interesting about that? Like, video games transitioned, like all DLC, like everything is download, right? I remember having to, like, when Call of Duty, like when Call of Duty and Halo was popular for like Xbox, and I want to say PS2, or was it PS3? But anyways, those older systems, like, you would line up at 3 a.m. or like at midnight at a video game store for the release of the new Call of Duty, or the release of the new game, because there was no DLC. Like, you couldn't get the game online. You had to buy the physical copy in the box. I remember those days too. Man, I used to love doing that. Like, I'd go to the mall with my friends, like in the middle of the night, and we'd line up with like 100 people for like the new NBA game, or the new Halo game, or whatever we were playing, right? And I always remember the games are always like $50. It was always like $49.99 for a game, and they had this like standardized pricing for games. It was cool. It was like memories, right? It was like part of growing up. I miss those days, because obviously I had to. I dropped my video game habit. I pretty much don't play anything anymore. Stop buying systems. I used to buy like PlayStation and Xbox like every year. Like, whenever a new system came out, I'd always save up my money and buy it. It's like something I always had to do. But as I became more mature, I realized that those things were more of a distraction and waste of time and money for me. So anyways, oh yeah, the main topic of this stream was I wanted to talk about books mostly, and Kindles. Do you guys have a Kindle? What do you guys think of this thing, ebooks? I definitely prefer like the physical copy of a book for sure, but this is gonna be super convenient for me. I only play narrative video games sometimes. Oh, like single player story campaign type of games, where it's more about the actual story than it is the gameplay. Also, do you guys have any book recommendations for me? Oh, no Kindle, pro paper here. Oh, okay, I like it. I like it, Batiste. I don't like the touch. Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed too, Forrest. It's like, you know when you press it, it feels like it's delayed. It feels like it's slow. Like, it's not very responsive, right? Like when you touch, it's different than your phone. Like when you touch the screen on your phone, it's instantaneous. But with the Kindle, it's like it feels clunky. It's strange. I prefer hard copy. Yeah, I think I think hard copy is definitely the best for me. Something about just like having the physical book in your hand is nice. Yeah, I'd rather read a physical book. Okay, so we got everyone so far is on team physical book. Oh, that's awesome. I'm currently reading Cybersecurity for Dummies. So useful, but it's boring sometimes. Oh, I like the music. Do 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 do. I listen to the same I listen to the same music every single day. I listen to like super boring classical piano and like violin type music. I don't know why. You know what's you know what I want to do in the future? I want to get back into music. I really miss playing the piano. I want to, and it's also like I want to teach Tiffany, my daughter, the piano. I want to teach her a musical instrument. That's something I want to get back into. It's just so hard finding the time, you know. There's so many things I want to do. Reading Mythos by Stephen Fry. Mythos. Let me check this out. Oh, Greek mythology? Is that what this is? It's a retelling of a number of ancient Greek myths. That sounds super interesting. Become a rapper? Oh, bro. That's one thing I can't sing or nothing. I can't do none of that stuff, dude. I am the worst. I won't even try. I've been listening to Ariel all day. Hold on, I'm in my Johnny Cash. Oh my god, we're bouncing all over the place. Johnny Cash period. Johnny Cash. Hold on. I've been listening to Ariel. Wait, Ariel. Do you mean like from The Little Mermaid? Or is that or is that, am I getting that wrong? New video title, How to Rap Well. Oh my gosh, bro. That it's like Disney? Is it? Ariel's a Little Mermaid, right? Yo, I love Disney movies. Disney's the best. How to Rap Well. Oh my gosh. That'd be like the most troll video of all time. You know what I've been trying to do? I don't know if you guys noticed or if you even really care, but like I've been trying to post more stuff. YouTube is really pushing this YouTube Shorts stuff. Like they're really pushing it on content creators. It's something that it's like, I think YouTube secretly wants to take away viewers from TikTok, so that they're really pushing this YouTube Shorts thing. So I've been trying to make, like, every month I've been trying to do 2 live streams, post 2 YouTube Shorts, post 2 of my regular videos, and then also post 2 videos where it's kind of like me just talking and just rambling with whatever topic or idea that I want to kind of work through. And I'm trying to, or at least this year, my goal was to create more stuff, right? And to post more, because before I was maybe making only 2 or 3 videos a month, right? But now I'm gonna try posting 2 of every type of I don't know what you would call it, layout. No, not layout. That's not the right word. Structure of a video. Like have a stream, have a short, have a regular video, and have a raw unfiltered video. I'm gonna try to post 8 things every month, and kind of like as a testing period, and sort of see what works, and kind of, I don't know, try some new things, and we'll see where the direction of the channel goes. I tried Drake's rap style for 30 days. Oh my god. Oh, this is so cringe, dude. This would be the worst. Oh my gosh, that's funny, dude. I don't really watch shorts unless it's dogs or cats. Yeah, see, like, I don't like shorts. Like, obviously you can tell I like the longer form content, right? Especially like the stuff that we talk about, right? Like we talk about books and life and knowledge and experience. Like, these are hard topics, you know, to break down into a 60-second format, right? I find it very difficult. But it's like YouTube is pushing it so hard, and there's like so much demand that I feel like I should at least try to put something out there. So I've been making a couple shorter YouTube shorts type of stuff, but not gonna lie, the unedited style you've been doing is dope. Oh, really? You like it? Because here's the thing, right? You know, with the edited videos, they have so much polish, right? And all the ideas that I talk about in my edited videos, I've thought them through for a week. You know, I've gone over them, I've brainstormed ideas, I've thought about counter arguments, and the idea that I present, it's a very polished version of a thought, right? And it almost feels too polished at times, and it's a little bit, I find it to be a little bit unauthentic because there's no mistakes, like there's no hiccups, there's no missteps. And I always thought, like, you know, when I release a video, it needs to be of the highest quality possible, right? And no one's gonna want to watch a video on a thought that isn't well prepared, right? But then at the same time, I feel like I think it's good to try to at least mix it up and show you, like, I'm not perfect, right? I'm not a perfect content creator. And there's this idea that I have in my mind where I've been hiding behind Adobe Premiere and my video editing software for so long, right? And like, and you guys know because you watch these live streams with me, right? And I say things that are wrong. I'm not always right. I lose my train of thought. I say things that are stupid. I fumble my words. I say and and like all the time, right? Like, I'm a normal person. But I feel like, you know, maybe posting a couple videos that are unfiltered, raw and unedited, maybe you guys might enjoy those more, or maybe it'll give you a different perspective on some things. I don't know. I just feel like it's something I should at least try. But it's hard because I have that like perfectionism mindset where when I post a video, I want you guys to know that I put all my heart and effort into it, and it's like my best work that I can possibly make, because, you know, that means a lot to me, right? Like, I don't want to be making half-assed content that's garbage for you guys, right? Like, when you see that I post something, I want you to know that, like, I've really put a tremendous amount of effort and thought behind that piece of work because it really matters to me. And so this is why I've sort of been conflicted with this idea of the raw unedited videos, but I view it as a good challenge, and I think I'm going to try to at least do it, you know, 2 a month, and then see how it goes. But I'm glad that you like it, Red. That's good. I watch all your videos. Sorry if I don't comment. Can't find the time or I forget. Hey, no worries, dude. Hey, Batiste, it's all good, man. No worries. It's like it's hard to find the time for all that type of stuff. But, you know, I really appreciate, you know, that you do watch the content, right? That means a lot to me. The video "Don't Listen to Your Coworkers" was very good. Oh, that's good. You enjoyed it, Batiste? Oh yeah, I saw you left a comment. See, like, you put the effort, Batiste, to put the comment, and I need to reciprocate that effort to, you know, to reply to it too, right? That was something that the coworker thing was something I've been thinking about for a long time. For a long time. It's because, like, in my day job, right? Like, we're driving around in dirty trucks, we're lifting heavy boxes. We're at the mercy of the weather, if it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's too hot. And it's like a lot of the people that I work with, they hate our job. They hate it. Like, they despise being a courier, and they're just miserable. And whenever I ask people, like, what are you going to do about it? Maybe try to find a different job, find something better that you would like to do. And they always give me these excuses, and it just drives me nuts. And I always hear like I get like the worst advice from my coworkers, and it just drives me crazy. And it's sort of like that whole idea we were talking about before, where you suffer Monday to Friday at a job you just hate and despise to live 2 days out of the week. And all my coworkers are like this. They always can't wait until Saturday. They can't wait to party. They can't wait to go out and spend all their money and do something, because that is what gives them fulfillment and meaning in their life. But for me, I actually enjoy being a courier, because it's like a job where I get a workout. I'm lifting heavy stuff, which sucks, but I enjoy lifting weights. So it's sort of like an extension of my workout. And then also, like, I get to listen to audiobooks, right, all day. So I can, and the way I listen to audiobooks is I have like a ton of audiobooks lined up, and I just kind of go through them really fast. And if I find anything that's super intriguing, or that I feel like is like exceptional, like content, then I'll go out and buy like the paperback version of the book, or I'll get the ebook, and then I'll read it. But if I didn't have the ability to just go through massive amounts of audiobooks while I work, it'd be very difficult for me to go through all this content that I try to consume. Let's see. Sorry, I went on a wild rant there. However way you approach it, both your unedited and edited videos are on point. Hey, thanks, dude. Appreciate that, Red. There are a handful of YouTubers whose videos I play over and over again while doing something else. I love to know what comes next in those videos. I don't know if anyone else does this. Instead of listening to music, one of those YouTubers are you. Wow. That's so nice. Thanks, Blurta. That's super nice. Instead of listening to music, you got my stuff running. Man, do you watch like some of the old videos? Oh, I force myself to watch some of my content from 2019. It's rough, because I had this like fake persona and fake personality where I thought I thought to make like a YouTube video, you have to like talk like this and be like super exciting and yeah, I'm gonna do all this stuff today. Like I thought you had to have this brash, in your face personality. So when you go back and watch some of my old videos, it's like so cringe, because it's so fake, right? It's just me being, it's like this fake personality that doesn't exist. And I left some of them up there for me as a reminder for myself to look back. Like that's where I came from. That's when I was like lying to myself. Like that's not who I really am as a person. And it's like, I think that journey, it's like important for me to remind myself, because it's easy to just unlist those videos, right? Like I could unlist those old videos, and so people would never see that side of me, right? That was very fake and disingenuous, and someone that was trying to be someone that he wasn't, right? And I leave that up there on purpose. And so when I do look back, I'm just like, man, I don't know what I was doing, but it's kind of funny when you look back at the journey, right? Luckily, my coworkers are cool. Some of them gossip too much, but we respect each other. Hey, that's good, Red. It also like depends too, right? Like you get such a mixed bag with coworkers. Like mine are kind of strange because they're in this like older age group where they've done the same shitty job for 25 plus years. So they're all gonna sort of be miserable, right? So like I'm in a position where there's not too many people like me, right? Let me see. Yes, I mean it's some sort of ASMR for me. I mean, have you heard Lana Blake? Yeah, Lana Blakely's man, she's her stuff's super good. I like her videos. They're like, it's like soothing. I don't know how would you describe that? Relaxing, calming. It's sort of like this very relaxed personality, but it's like something. It's soothing to listen to, and it's nice and how like authentic, I guess you would say she is. And it's not like the whole, what's that brash person, like that Logan Paul type of David Dobrik, like, those super famous YouTube guys that have that extremely extroverted personality. Sometimes that stuff's just too much for me. Bridge 4 is also a brilliant YouTuber. Reviews, books, and shows, mostly Game of Thrones. I don't know, I never get sick of those. Oh, speaking of Game of Thrones, I started reading Fire and Blood. Is it Fire and Blood? Yeah, Fire and Blood. There it is. Aegon Targaryen. So I'm in the Game of Thrones world right now, Forrest. Hold on, I gotta catch up here. I do the same. When I'm tired of my playlist, I listen to stuff like Joe Rogan, French YouTubers, or your videos. Yeah, I'm a big Joe Rogan person too. That guy gets a lot of hate, man. It's rough being Joe Rogan. He's so like, his videos are so good, and the guests he has on is like amazing. But that guy gets so much heat. Oh my gosh. I love the variety of Rogan stuff. Like, I don't really listen to the animal hunting or the hunters. When he talks about like crossbow stuff, hunting, and like, I guess the MMA videos, I don't really watch that much. I don't know, it's just like things that sort of don't interest me. But when he has like a philosopher on, or he has like a scientist on, or someone that's into health and nutrition, or even like a comedian, like those are the episodes that really interest me, especially when he has like Jordan Peterson on, for example. Like recently he had like a 4-hour episode with Jordan Peterson. I was like, oh man, that's my thing right there. But I don't know, it's like the bow hunting and animal hunting stuff, because that doesn't really resonate with me. Like, I always skip those episodes. I don't know. That's just me. If working with dudes like that, I'd quit ASAP. 40 to 50-year-olds complaining about their jobs sounds mad depressing. Yeah, it is. You know what's bad about that too, Red? Is those guys, they all started the job that we're at when they were like 18 or like 19 or 20. And now they're 50. So they have like 25 to 35 years of seniority. And the problem with like when you work for a Fortune 500 company like I do, everything is seniority. Like your vacation days are done by seniority. If you work in the office, you get to pick your desk based on seniority. So if you have the highest seniority and you want a desk that's by the window, then you get it. Or if there's a new computer or a new chair that comes in, it's not that, oh, this person needs a new chair. It's who has the highest seniority. And it's always this idea of seniority trumps all, regardless of if you're good at your job or not. And the thing is, like, if you talk to someone, like, imagine if you're in a job, like a courier job, for example, where you're driving a dirty truck, you're lifting heavy, dusty boxes, you're outside in the rain and in the snow all the time, and you just hate your job. But now imagine multiplying that 30 years over, and imagine doing that for 3 decades of your entire life, the same job day in and day out, and you just hate it and despise it. Like, those people, by nurture, they're going to become resentful, right? They're going to become resentful people. And there's like this harsh negativity in the workforce, where I work, and it's very difficult because I try my best to not let it affect me, right? Because I'm surrounded by all these guys. Of course there are some younger guys, that are 18, 19, just more starting out in the workforce, and they don't have that kind of toxic mentality about our job. But at the same time, the large majority, or the overwhelming majority, is these 40 to 50-year-old guys. And this is why, I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to pursue my passion as a videographer and a content creator and all this stuff that I love to do, like making videos, doing live streams, doing podcasts, having conversations, and kind of sharing ideas that I found that have improved my life and bettered my life, and hopefully I can find a way to get away from the job that I'm in because of how toxic of an environment I'm in, right? So it's part of my goal to hopefully one day get out of there. But at the same time, it's also valuable because it gives me perspective, because it's a reminder to myself that I need to keep working hard and I need to keep pushing forward and persevering, because I don't want to end up like them, right? I don't want to end up as this bitter, hateful, resentful person because I despise the job and career that I have. And that's like a huge reminder for me for like perspective, especially when I feel unmotivated or I feel lazy and I don't want to, and I have like a million things that I have to do and take care of. I use it as a reminder, like this is something that I complain about. I don't want my life to end up at this terrible dead end job. So the best thing you can do is to take action and do something about it, right? Create something, go out and try new things. And this is this idea that I'm sort of preaching, with this channel and all this stuff that I do. And it's extremely hard work, because it's so easy for me to just settle. Like I could easily just fall in line with all those other guys and be like, yeah, I'll join the 9 to 5 like you guys and watch the hockey game every night and complain and do overtime and not do any type of creative work that makes me struggle, and not do any type of projects that are difficult, right? And that's what this is, especially the stream, man. Like this is like one of the hardest things I've ever done is talking to people in a live setting for a couple hours, where I don't have a face in front of me to converse with and bounce ideas off of, right, in real time. But also this whole conversation that I have with you guys every other week, it's super beneficial to me. Like I've learned so much listening to like what Baptiste does in France and Forrest, in Kosovo. Like it's all this, like these experiences, like I'm super grateful for, and I want to, use that as a reminder, to keep doing these things that I love to do, right, and not settle, right? So I need some water. Interviews of people that inspire you are great to listen to. Oh, you're gonna read it again, Forrest? Loved it? All right, I have it. I started it. What's depressing? Feeling like a senior and still having to deal with your parents complaining about you not being married because your cousin got engaged. LOL. Oh man, it's like that, huh? Yeah, it's tough, right? I understand like the parent situation, right? It's hard because they love you, right? But also they have like expectations of you too. But it's like at the end of the day, you are your own woman, right? I think only you know what's best for you, right? And it's it's tough. Like even for me, like I have a younger brother, right? And there's always this expectation, from our parents, like they want to have like grandchildren, right? And because I'm the eldest, like I'm the eldest son, there's all this like expectation indirectly put on me. As my parents are super cool, that they're super open, but I can see that they would love to have like grandkids, and they would love like their son to be married and their son to pass on the family name. And it's like, it's like these things, like you want to please your parents because you love them, but also at the same time you have to make the decisions that are the best for you, right? Because at the end of the day, that's ultimately what's the most important. So when it comes to stuff like that, it's like, even though they want you to do things and you want to please them, it's like you have to do it at your own pace, right? You can't let people rush you into big decisions like that, right? It's that's a decision you have to make. Ultimately, it's up to you, right? But I understand what you're saying, Forrest. There's like this weird pressure, especially like if you like your cousin, like say you say your cousin got engaged, right? So now your parents, oh, how come Blurda isn't like, or now all of a sudden they shift that expectation off of your cousin and they kind of focus on you, right? So I don't know. I went through like a similar thing like that with like university. Like everyone in my family has like university education. Like all my mom and all of her brothers are all engineers, and I was the eldest, and all of my younger cousins, they went to school, but I was the university dropout, right? Like I was the person who was different, right? And then they had all these expectations for me, but that wasn't the best choice for me ultimately. Like that wasn't the road or the path that I wanted to take, right? And they have to respect that, right? It's not up to them. Like these important decisions in your life, they're ultimately up to you. Like you can listen to your parents for guidance, or advice, right? Those are always things that you should take into account, but ultimately those major decisions in your life, you need to take time with them, and you need to do it when the time is right, if it's something you want to do, right? We're all gonna make it, man. Like you said, gotta take action and focus. Yeah, dude. That's what it is. Like that's huge, taking action and having focus. It's like, if you're in a place in your life where you're miserable and you don't like what you do, and if you're complaining, you have to do something about it. You have to at least make a plan, or you have to take action and do something to change it. Because that is what's so insane, is like doing something you hate and you complain about it, but you never do anything to change it. Like that's it. That is my biggest pet peeve, like in the world. And I hear it all the time at work, like people complaining about, oh, the government or the economy or our country, there's not enough jobs, inflation is too high, taxes are too high. Like are you kidding me? Like, are you out of your mind? You're always like shifting blame off yourself to someone else. Like your happiness problems is because of the government. Your financial problems is because of the economy, right? And it's like you need to have a little, audacity and honesty, to look kind of inwards, right? Like if there's something in your life that you don't like, you have the power to change it, right? You have the power to take action and kind of move forward in a different direction and do something about it. And man, I think that's why I sort of made that video with my coworkers. It's strange. You know what's very strange about that video is these guys, they found out about this YouTube channel now. I don't know how. Like there's even this one dude. I did get a positive interaction from this one guy, this Jamaican guy that I'm friends with. He's super cool. I think he's maybe like, I don't know, maybe in his, I guess say mid 40s. Super cool Jamaican guy that I always talk to on a regular basis. And he all of a sudden one day he talked to me about how he found my YouTube channel. And then he said like, oh, you're wearing like a black shirt all the time. And then you were talking about how you don't eat breakfast. And I was like, what? I was like, how did you find, like my channel is so small, right? Like think about that, like a middle-aged Jamaican guy that, I don't even know how he could even stumble across my type of work, right? Or my type of content. It's not like I have him as a friend on Facebook, or it's not like I have his number or anything. There's no connection there, right? Like me and him, even though we're good friends, like the way we are as people and our cultures is so different, right? But for whatever reason, he somehow found my channel, and it becomes so strange, right? Because now when I go into work, people know about this stuff that I do, and then sometimes it sucks because they make fun of me, right? Because it's like, because that's what people do. It's like when you put yourself out on the internet, the haters will come after you, and people always want to throw in their 2 cents and their opinions about why you're wrong or why you're stupid, or oh, I know Derek's trying to make this videography business. Oh, it's gonna fail. He's so dumb. He's wasting his time. And it's like, it's I don't know. it's like a weird predicament to be in, but it is interesting when I talked to that Jamaican guy, and he's like, "Yo, I loved your video. It was super good. It was actually interesting, and it wasn't boring. And you're showing all these different things with your camera." And he's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Yeah, keep it up, keep doing it." And I was like, "Oh, that's, that was awesome," because like I might get like 5 different negative comments from people at work making fun of me, but that one guy who who was telling me I did a good job, and he really liked the video that he saw. It made me super happy. It kind of motivated me, to keep pushing forward and keep trying to get better, because it's nice. It's nice to hear when you talk to someone, and maybe your random words or ideas are making a positive impact on their life. Like I don't know unless people tell me, right? So, do you plan to finish the book and then watch the show? Or watch it? You have time to October while reading. I don't know. I'm not sure. See, it's like you know what I kind of like for us. I sort of like watching the show first and then reading the book that the show is based off after, because I find the book generally to be better. It's like, especially with something like Harry Potter. Like, for example, last month I read all the Harry Potter books, and I never read any of the Harry Potter books. I was like, Harry Potter. Like, I watched all the movies. They were super good. They were fun. But then after I read the books, I was like, dang, this is so good. Even though it's like a young adult kids, book on wizards. As like a 30, how old am I? 37? I don't even know how old I am anymore. As like a 37-year-old man, I was like, oh, this book is awesome, right? And it's like, whenever I read something after watching the show, I always find the book to be better. It has like more detail and more depth to the characters and story. So I don't know. I feel like because if I were to read the book first and then watch the show, like I'm always disappointed. I always feel like something is missing, right? It's like, I think the only exception was Game of Thrones for a while. Like, the Game of Thrones books were so good, but then the Game of Thrones show was also amazing, right? So that it kind of held up, except for A Feast for Crows. I didn't like that book at all. It was okay. Like when they're talking about like the Iron Islands, like it didn't have the main characters. That book, I guess because I was so caught up in the story of Tyrion and Daenerys and Jon Snow that, when I read the Feast for Crows book, I was like, oh, what is this? This sucks, right? But that book I definitely didn't appreciate it as much. But generally, in a general sense, I find the Game of Thrones books kept up with the show, and of course until the last season. Oh man, the last season of Game of Thrones is so depressing for me. Yeah, exactly. 95% of the time the books are better. It's just something about having that like extra depth and explanation. For me, is so good. I don't know, it's so good. They can talk all day, but I bet they couldn't sit in front of a camera for a minute. Yeah, you're right. It's that, and even if you told them, even if I told them that, they probably still like come up with some excuse for why it's like stupid, or oh, you're just wasting your time. It's like, you know what I hear a lot. I always hear from people, YouTube is so 2012, like you missed the YouTube boat, or oh, you're starting too late, or oh, YouTube was big back in the day. And it's like, I always tell people like, okay, if I started my YouTube channel, in 2016, sure, it definitely would have been a lot better than where it is now. But there is this concept that people have where you miss the boat, right? Or that boat, that ship has sailed, and now you're starting too late, and you're wasting your time. But my counter argument is that no matter what you do in life, there is always room on top for the best, regardless of where you start. And I bet you any money right now, there's some 15-year-old kid out there right now that was probably born in, 2007. So let's say there's a kid out there right now, he's born in 2007, he's 15, maybe he just has an iPhone and he's starting his YouTube channel now. In 3 years from now, that kid is going to be 18. And today he has 0 subscribers, he has 0 views, he has nothing. But 3 years from now, that 15-year-old kid he's going to be the next YouTube star. And he's going to have millions of subscribers. And it's because of this idea that there's always room for the best. And it's never too late to start. And it's like a reminder that, I try to tell people that always say like, oh, I missed the boat, right? But it's like, you can't think like that, right? You can never think like that, because there's some kid out there, even like in music, it's too hard to get into music, or it's too hard to do this, or it's too hard to do that. But there's always someone that's up and coming, right? Where right now in this very moment, they have no money, they have no opportunities, they might not even have no education. But if they have a dream and they have the work ethic and determination to try to pursue that dream, and they put in the time, energy, and effort to become the best at what they want to do, they're going to make it, right? So I never believe in this idea that the ship has sailed. I never believe that it's too late to start a podcast, or it's too late to start a YouTube channel, or it's too late to be a live streamer, for example, right? Because you can't think like that, right? You never know unless you try, and you try your best, right? What could happen? Like if I never did that very first live stream, number 1, where I was sitting there, I was sweating, and I was like so awkward, and I was scared because I thought no one was going to show up. And I was so fearful that I wouldn't know what to say to no one. I'm going to talk by myself, and I'm going to look like a loser. If I never started and did that very first stream, I would never get to this, number 20, where now we have these like great conversations with you guys. I know you, on like not on a weekly basis, but like on a stream to stream basis. You guys always show up and we talk about things, and it's great, right? And I've slowly built up the skill, or hopefully built up the skill, of streaming and becoming more comfortable. But if I had that limiting belief in the beginning that it's too late for me to start streaming, or I missed the boat, then if that held me back from starting, right, then I never give myself the opportunity to get to where it is now. Or maybe even like, imagine a year from now I do, let's see, 2 streams a month, right? So say I do 24 more live streams. So 1 year from now, we're gonna be on stream 44. So like, how much better and how much more comfortable am I gonna be at doing this? I'm gonna be like exponentially better, right? And it's because I believe I can keep improving, and I believe in myself that I can keep persevering and keep pushing forward, and even though that people think that the ship has sailed, right? So at least that's the mentality that I use to keep myself motivated. Don't believe in that sinking ship, bro. Oh man, it's past 2 o'clock. We killed it. Damn, you are inspiring me, man. I need to find the courage to post my first video. Hey, Batiste, I remember in one of the very first streams, you asked me for some tips, I think, to start like a YouTube channel. Like if you want to start something, like say you want to start like a YouTube channel, a pod, like anything, Instagram account, TikTok, just do it. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard you prepare. Those like first videos, 10, 20, 30 videos, they're going to be terrible. It doesn't matter how hard you try or prepare. But like the best thing to do is just start. Oh, my back. Did it close? Please no, don't close. Don't close. Hold on, did it save? Yes. Okay. Sorry guys. Yo, my internet is my internet's doing something funky today. It's like every hour it's like it's gonna die. I was about to drop an inspirational quote, then he froze. Oh, terrible. That's the worst. Sorry guys. Oh man. But yeah, Baptiste, if you seriously want to make let me change this song. Baptiste, if you seriously want to start like a YouTube channel, it doesn't even have to be a YouTube channel. If you seriously want to start something, like just start it. And I've got that potato yeah, dude. I don't know what's going on. Like my internet is it's so bad. What am I getting? 25 megabit right now. It just like crapped out. But anyways, we'll end the stream shortly at past 2 o'clock. I gotta go have some lunch and do some stuff. But yeah, Baptiste, like if no joke, if you want to start a YouTube channel, like don't worry about what niche you're gonna be in, or don't worry about like the direction. Just hit record, post that first video, and figure it out as you go along, right? Like it's like the biggest tip that I can give anyone for YouTube, because for so long it kind of just like held me back. And then like even if you do start, you know, like let me know. Like you can always you know, ask me for help, right? Or ask me for an opinion, you know, like I'm a resource that you can use, right? Like if you really want to start a channel, you know, just do it, and you know, I'll give you honest, constructive criticism, feedback, or whatever you need, right? For anyone out there that's listening to this, that thinking about starting like an Instagram page, a TikTok page. It's like you have to get over that fear of starting and just post before you're ready, because you'll never be ready, right? And then just figure it out as you go along. So hopefully you do, and if you do start it, let me know, and we'll post it in the we'll post it in the stream. We'll promote that Frenchman. All right, guys. That was an awesome stream, except for, oh my gosh, why is this dying? You guys can hear me? Okay, my my internet is dying, dude. It's like I don't know what it is. It's not working today. All right, guys, I'm going to end this stream. Thanks for everyone who came and talked. It was great to talk to all you. Red, Blurta, Baptiste, Brian. We'll do it again in 2 weeks, February 19th. So hopefully all you guys have a good day, have a good weekend, and you know, be safe, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.